I'm scared that the stock market is going to go down and crash. I want to pull out my money and sit in cash. If I put it into a real estate deal, what I hear you saying, single family might crash, but multifamily is protected because people are moving into it and they're paying rents. Did I hear you say that rents actually go up during a recession?
In 2007, my first multifamily that I really tracked closely during the last crash, my property value of it, it went down a little bit by 2008, 2009, 2010. By 2012, it was at its lowest point valuation wise. And I had a lot of people saying, well, hey, why don't you sell? Everyone else is selling. I had a lot of other properties too at the time, and I'm collecting rent. My rent went up in 2008. I increased it in 2009. I increased my rent again in 2010. Why would I sell it? It doesn't make any sense. And so I didn't. And then that same asset went up in value the next year and went up again and went up again. The value of that property is about double what it would have been back in 2008, 2007, 2008. And so it's interesting to me, like some people will panic, but if your rent is coming in strong and you're collecting strong cash flow, there's no reason to. Like mine weathered the storm very, very well from a cash flow perspective.
Let me ask a follow-up question to that. If I invested into this deal with you, even though the value of the property went down, rents went up, did I get a good return?
Great question. So the answer is yes, that property ended up favoring very, very well. I want to draw a line between the single family, duplex, even up to 4 units. They're very different than a multifamily property. Most of what we buy today, they're beautiful multifamily properties. Their value is not driven off of comparable sale. Like what did the neighbor's house sell for? A multifamily property's values is not driven that way. It's driven off of the net operating income. So what that means is that if the rent goes up, the value of the property can go up. If the rent goes down, then the value of the property can go down. And so values on multifamily property can be driven up even in the midst of a recession. The net operating income goes up, the value of the property goes up. You can't do that on a single family house. You can't do that on a duplex, not as easily at least. The value is going to be driven off of what the neighbor's house sells for. Multifamily is very, very different.